Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Matt and I like video games. And in today's video, I'll be going over some exciting new info on Halo Infinite, so stay tuned. So at this point, it seems like we're getting a steady stream of news from 343 on Halo Infinite, and this is definitely a good thing. I think the transparency with the fans can only lead to good things, especially in the wake of the news that a Halo Infinite beta may be off the table due to the worldwide pandemic that is putting things behind schedule right now. But like I said, we've got some pretty good Halo news to go through, so let's get started. First and foremost, I'll get what I believe to be the most exciting news out of the way, and there's an article by smithstoys.com that states Halo Infinite will have free-to-play multiplayer. And actually, as I am recording this right now, in the last hour, it was officially confirmed by 343 that this is true. Now, this is fantastic news for the franchise. I mean, Halo 5 struggled a few months after launch with retaining its player base, and this was due mostly to changes within the core gameplay that didn't really cater to its classic fans. Things like the enhanced mobility with the thrusters, a blazing fast sprint, ground pound, and plenty more seem to make the classic Halo fans lose interest after a while. But I think 343 has a golden opportunity here with making Halo Infinite free to play. First of all, free to play games almost always have more engagement and a bigger player base than a paid game would have. And this is true for most any free to play game, but if you apply this to a franchise as legendary as Halo, I think the possibilities would be endless. And I think that this will only be amplified by Halo's return to its classic art style. I know they got a lot of fans excited with the art direction of this game, and that's a lot of fans who might potentially come back to Halo at the release of Infinite. And I feel like if the barrier to play online is removed, then that'll really open up the floodgates for fans who have been itching to get back into Halo. And this also ties in nicely with the recent rumors surrounding Xbox's plans to remove Xbox Live Gold as a requirement for online play. However, this also raises questions with how the game will make its money. I mean, obviously you have tons of core Halo fans who will buy the campaign simply for the experience. But what about the people who only care about multiplayer? Well, since they're touting the fact that you won't have to spend real-life cash to buy cosmetics or in-game currency, they seem to be straying very far away from pay-to-win mechanics, which is definitely a positive. But I could totally see them implementing a battle pass system, sort of like Apex Legends does for their cosmetics. And if that's the case, then it'd be interesting to see how they handle a battle pass system in Halo. But free multiplayer isn't the only thing on the table for Halo Infinite. 343 also confirms that we will be able to enjoy multiplayer at 120 FPS on the Xbox Series X. Now, this would be a game changer. Just look at how smooth Halo 3 is on PC at 120 plus FPS. And I would imagine that this would be very well implemented into online competitive multiplayer, because the more frames the better as far as competitive multiplayer is concerned. 343 has also acknowledged concerns from the gameplay demo about the visual fidelity of the game. They talked about the art style and that a lot of what you see was a conscious decision on their part. However, they mentioned that the overall fidelity of the game is set to improve in the months before launch, assuring fans that the team is committed and focused on making sure that they have a beautiful open world for players to explore at launch. They also mentioned that the build that was used to run the campaign demo was a work in progress from several weeks ago. Now, what does several weeks mean? I mean, who knows? Could be anywhere from a couple of weeks to a few months. And right now, we just don't know. But it is reassuring to know that 343 has heard our concerns and is doing everything they can to address them before the launch of this game. 343 also halfway answered the question of what happened to all the characters that we know from the previous titles, such as Cortana, Lasky, Halsey, Arbiter, and Atriox. Their answer was basically that the demo takes place hours into the campaign and that a lot of these questions will be answered both before the events of the demo and after the events of the demo. Also, side note, and kind of off topic, how cool would it be to get a Halo game based entirely around Arbiter? I mean, I can't be the only Halo fan who loves Arbiter enough to want a full-fledged game based on him and his story. But be sure to leave a comment below and let me know if I'm the only one who even wants this. But back to the Halo news, 343 also announced that the Classic Magnum and Classic Shotgun will not be in the game, at least not at launch. The actual phrasing that they used was that they say that the weapons are not currently featured in Halo Infinite. And the way that this is worded suggests to me that these weapons, along with plenty more weapons, will be added post-launch. But this doesn't concern me too much as long as there are plans to implement them in the future. But at the same time, I also realize that a lot of Halo fans are quite concerned about this. And I feel like now more than ever, Halo fans are making themselves heard, and they are certainly speaking up on this issue, and I fully expect 343 to take notice and work to deliver on what fans want. All in all, it looks like Halo Infinite is shaping up to be a fantastic experience that both new and old Halo fans can jump in and enjoy. I like that it seems like they've taken all of the mainline Halo games and just stuck them in a blender, and this is what came out. But what are you guys thinking? I mean, what are your opinions on free-to-play multiplayer in Halo? What are your opinions on having 120 FPS in multiplayer on Halo? Leave a comment below and let me know what you're thinking. Leave a like if you liked the video, and please subscribe if you'd be so kind. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Praise Craig.